Hey guys, techmadeezy, and thank you so much for clicking on our video today. Yep, we've got the Greenworks Pro 60 volt, we've got the Milwaukee M18, and we've got the Ego Select Cut XP. And the goal in this video, guys, is to see which one of these motors is strong enough to handle high grass. That's right, we're going to be playing with high grass. And we're also going to be doing a couple of cuts. We'll end off with a normal mulch cut, but why don't we get started and check this out? Now, before we get started, we all know that this isn't a fair competition, but someone might be looking at getting the Greenworks or getting the Milwaukee or getting the Ego. And so hopefully this information will help. The Ego does have a dual blade with the mulch blade installed. The Milwaukee's got its single blade, and the Greenworks has its single blade. So let's go ahead and check this out. I hope you find it helpful. All right, guys, well, guess what? We've got some high grass here. We've been growing it for a while now. This is about 14 inches of high grass. Okay, so we are down here looking at our grass gauge, and you're gonna laugh. I love the labels on this thing. It says, I see nothing, and then it says nice, and then it says perfect, a little long, danger, and game over. Well, we have gone above that, and yeah, we're probably about, I would say, 14 inches of grass here, grown nice and long. So we could do a couple of tests with a couple of mowers. Well, let's look at which mowers, okay? So we have decided to pull out the Greenworks 60 volt single blade, the Ego Select Cut XP dual blade. It's got the mulching blade on it, and we got the new Milwaukee M18. All right, these three, and we're going to do some simple tests. We're not going to make it a long video, but this is for fun, guys, you know. But for some people, they just want to see what these guys can do. So let's check it out. All right, guys, so we've got every mower on the highest setting. The mulch plugs are right here. They're all out. So we are going to be bagging to the highest setting. We're going to bring this down to a 4, which is the highest setting on these mowers. So number 7 for Milwaukee, number 7 for Greenworks over here, and for Ego, number 7 as well, all the way back there. We're going to start off with the Milwaukee. So again, we're bagging, and then we're going to do something else right afterwards. So pull the bar. Okay, we're going to stop with the Milwaukee now. Let's go ahead and get the Greenworks going. Okay, let's get out of here and go get the Ego. And then we'll compare these guys. right, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look first of all. So we bagged, right? We bagged a lot of grass. So it's not going to be perfect because you don't normally bag that kind of grass. Let's start off with the Milwaukee, and I'll go down a little bit here. And I do see you know, some areas that are a little higher. So this guy here, okay, you got one. All right, a little high grass here, nothing major. All right, we got this, got a little up high grass here, and here again. It's going to happen, guys, right? All right, so we've got this middle strip here, and I'll pull back so you can get a good view. All right, all the way here, and let's pull the mower back. Again, we're going to have a mess up front, right? There's no way it's getting that, so don't worry about it. But let's pull this back up. We'll do a quick overview of Milwaukee, and then we'll check out Greenworks. So here we go. Here is the high level. Pretty good. Brought it down to a 4. You know, you can probably see some of the higher areas, right? You know, you could see here. And that's within the mower. You know, here goes some. Okay, so, you know. All right, let's check out Greenworks. So Greenworks had some too. You know, we got some up here. Let's take the bigger look here. All right, not bad. Not bad. A little bit here, a little higher grass there. All right, a little higher grass there. Not too bad. I mean, Greenworks is a little cleaner than Milwaukee. All right, I got a bunch up here. And then again, the front, shouldn't even show you it. It's a mess. You know, it's always a mess, right? I mean, this is things mowing 14 inches of grass down to 4 inches, right? So let's check out the Ego. We also did get, I noticed, not the Milwaukee, but the Greenworks. It's got mulch, you know, in the corner near the right wheel. And again, they're all the same height. So we did get some of that mulch in this corner over here, which we didn't get with the Milwaukee. So again, yeah, just catching that now, guys. And we did get a little bit here and there. So, all right. So Greenworks looks a little better, but on the edges has a little bit of that mulch escaping. Let's look at Ego. Now, Ego's got a little bit higher here. All right, not as high, but still, I'm going to point it out. Let's take a big look real quick, the big look. So far, so good. I don't see the grass on the sides of the wheel, so that's good. All right, I got a little bit here, but again, nothing major. Okay. A little bit here. You know, just a little higher here. You know, in this case, guys, we're going to take a big look now, but it looks like Ego did a better job cutting from 14 to 4 without as high. You know, again, if I could show you Milwaukee, you see all the grass sticking up. You got it here, and you've got more of it down there. You got Greenworks has got a little bit, right? You know, not as bad as the Milwaukee. And then Ego, a little bit up here in the front. A little bit up here in the front, but not as bad. I'd have to say this is Ego for this one. Okay, so the mulch plugs are in, and these guys are set to 4, which is 2.5. Now we're going to mulch. So there's your mulch plug in there, and we got it set to 4, which is 2.5. Mulch plug is in here, and we got this set to 4, which is 2.5, and this is set to 4, which is 2.5 with the mulch plug in as well. There you go. Simple goal here is to see which one mulches better. We're mulching from 4 to 2.5. Let's start off with the Milwaukee. we got clumps, right, guys? I mean, we just took off 1.5 inches of grass. So we got clumps. I don't know who's going to do better. It's, you know, listen, some of us cut our grass from 4 inches to 2.5. So let's check it out. All right, that choked. That means I have to lift it up. That's weird. All right, lift it up. I'm getting a beeping sound. Okay. Well. All right. I got a choke on the Greenworks. Wow, interesting. I mean, the Greenworks choked twice. I'm going to leave it here. That's weird. You know, on a 4, going 1.5 inches, that's weird. That's really weird. I've not really experienced too much of that. All right, well, we've definitely got mulch. Okay, we've got mulch. All right, and then let's do Eagle and see what we get here. Again, we are on a 4, guys, which is 2.5. Okay. I don't know if it's going to choke, but I'm going to just start it. Okay. All right, let's step back now. Yeah, so guys, look, it's a mess, right? It's a mess when you go and take 1.5 inches off your lawn. But sometimes we do that, and this looks pretty fair, to be honest with you. The only thing I see sticking out on the Greenworks side is it looks like it still missed some. I don't know why, but it still missed some, as you can see here. I call this a mohawk, by the way, because it looks like a mohawk, and some other people don't agree with me, and that's okay. I am just trying to be helpful, but this is... I've got some here. Looks like I've got more here. All right, and it's kind of it. So yeah, messy, right? Because 1.5 inches just came off, and we weren't bagging it. We look at the Greenworks. You know, it doesn't look bad. You know, really, I don't see any mohawks. I don't see much sticking up. I think it did a pretty good job of cutting it, but it choked twice, which is weird. All right, and a little sticking up here, but I think that was right around the area it choked. So, okay, and we did the same sections. We didn't move the mowers, and then Ego, yeah, it's messy, right? This is a mess, but again, a little stick up here, maybe a straggler. I call that a straggler, but I don't have a major anything sticking up other than grass all over the place, because it's a mulch mess. You know, it's a mulch mess. All right, so that's that test. Let's try something else. So here's the test. I just raised these to 3 inches, all right, instead of 2.5, and we're going to bring 14 inches of grass down to 3 inches. But that's not the goal. The goal is which one of these will choke, right? At the end of the day, right? What motor is stronger, etc. I mean, keep in mind, all of this junk starting to go under the deck will sooner or later cause an issue, right? You're not really made to really mow this high grass. You got to bag it, or you use like a commercial mower. But again, let's go ahead and show you. We brought everything up to a 5, and we're going to help Greenworks because they choked before. So we're on a 5, 6, 7. Okay. We're on a 5, and then we have 6 and 7. So we're on 5. All right. And then the same thing with Eagle. 5, 6, 7. So let's start off with Milwaukee and go from there. All right. Again, the mulch plugs are in. And we're going to see which one of these chokes. Now, this beast here is supposed to have a really strong motor. This thing is heavy, by the way. That steel deck. Okay, I made it through. Wow. And that motor didn't sound like it had any issues, guys. Any issues whatsoever. So we're going to start up the Greenworks. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at this, it looks like this section here is a little higher. I don't know if you see this. See that section there is a little higher? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it really, I'm going to put the ego in the middle this time. I have faith in that XT, you know, Select Cut XP, excuse me. So I'm going to move this guy out of the way for a minute. We're going to put the ego there. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Well, I moved the ego into the middle. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can get through that patch. And you see that big, like, see how high it is over here? Okay, so we choked towards the end on the ego. Interesting. And it had a lot of grass in there, right? It's holding all that grass in the deck, letting a little bit out, right? I mean, mulching doesn't release a lot of grass. We're not side discharging. We're not doing anything. All right, here goes the Greenworks. Okay, wow. All right, we choked. So we had two chokes, but ego choked towards the end. Greenworks choked towards a little bit past the middle. So let's take a look. I mean, really, we're not looking at much. Today it was really about the motor, right? And Milwaukee did a really good job. So everybody left a mess. Everybody left grass up in the air. So at the end of the day, Milwaukee got this one. Select Cut XP came real close. Greenworks just didn't make it. Last thing we're going to do is we're really just going to mulch. We've got grass that's probably about 4 inches. We're going to bring it down to 3. It's not much. That's really a traditional mulch cut that one would do. We left it on 5 with the mulch plug-in. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 inches. And same thing here. We left the last setting. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we did the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's in 5. All right, so let's just do it. And let's take a look at the cut and see how it goes. I'm going to start off with the Greenworks. Hopefully we won't have any chokes, but I'm not going to lift it. Okay, I'm going to go to the fence. Motor revving up a little bit there. Okay, so I'll get out of that. You could see the cut, at least I could see it, and I think you will too. Let's go to the ego. Okay, get out of the cut and go over to the Milwaukee. Now let's take a look. You know, when it comes to a simple mulch, these guys are great. I don't see any issues at all, really. You know, you get a little bit of mulch on the grass. I could see everybody's got a little bit of mulch. Well, let's see. So as I go down here, I'm gonna have some pieces of mulch, right? These little guys. All right, we'll just go down the road there. We'll show you the Greenworks. Okay, not too much over here, a little bit more here. All right, a little bit more here. Cut up nice and small. Very, very healthy for the lawn. Okay. And let's go over to the Eagle. A minute. Okay, here's our Eagle. I don't really see a lot of mulch, I'll tell you the truth. I think with the double blade, that's probably the trick. You know? Very little, very little. Very little. So I do see less mulch here because probably that double blade, you know, that double blade just cuts it up twice. Does a little bit better job at mulching. Got a little bit over here, you know, one here, here. So I've got a couple. Nothing major. And then let's take a look at Milwaukee. Again, single blade, right? You know, a little unfair, but you know, it is what it is. All right. Here's Milwaukee. Looks good. And then here I do start to see a little bit more mulch. So, you know, a little bit, just a little bit more. You know, not a lot. Greenworks probably was the worst at this one, but not that bad, right? I mean, it still does the job. Okay. A little bit more. So, yeah. If I had to call it with my eye, guys, I would say Eagle number 1, Milwaukee number 2, and Greenworks number 3 when it came to this test. Look at the carnage when I do to my yard. Oh my God. That's something. What a mess. I gotta bag all that up. I had a bunny trying to live in this thing the other day. It was so funny. Oh man, Mother Nature, you know, you got to appreciate that. Well, cleaned up the rest of the grass with the Milwaukee. No issues. Pretty powerful motor, I must say. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. And if I had to say, that Milwaukee's definitely got a really strong motor. Ego's really impressed me. I've never had an issue, but it did choke with the high grass. And the Greenworks definitely choked a couple of times, so definitely doesn't have the strength of the Milwaukee and the Ego. Now, I will say, Ego with that dual blade system did a phenomenal job when it came to mulching. It was a noticeable job. It definitely cut down the mulch pieces to a lot smaller sizes. Okay, but motor, Milwaukee, cut, Ego with a dual blade, and third place here with the Greenworks. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up if you could. We'd appreciate it. We sure hope you subscribe and become a member to the family. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hey guys, take a moment and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. As you can see, Brooklyn, she's waving her tail for you. Take a moment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll get notified of new videos we come out with. Also, follow us and contact us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.